Here's the thing. Here's the advice that we give you. If you do these 5 things from the Bible and from your grandmother, they're called common sense, you will win with money 100% of the time. Number 1, you need to have a written plan, a budget. Jesus said, don't build a tower without first counting the cost, lest you get halfway up and you're unable to finish, and all who see you begin to mock you and say, this man began to build. No one began to build and was unable to finish. No one accidentally wins at anything. You have to do a written game plan with money or you're going to lose. Second thing is you got to get out of debt. Your most powerful wealth building tool is your income. And when you spend your whole freaking life giving your money to banks who fill up the skyline and have furniture nicer than yours, that makes you stupid. Get out of debt. Live on less than you make. Number 3, go be somebody. You are going to fix your life. You're going to get on a plan. You're going to get out of debt. You're going to live on less than you make. And then you're going to save some money. You know how rich people get rich? They save money. 100% of the people that build wealth save money on purpose a lot. Some people do it poorly in a stupid money market account and make no money on their money. Others do it wisely in mutual funds that outperform the S&P, or real estate that they pay cash for that outperforms the S&P. Others are just passive and do the S&P. And they all write books about it and all have a freaking opinion and make money off of you while you're stagnant. That's stupid. Don't be stagnant. Invest money, save money. You know how you're going to do that? You're going to be on a plan. You're going to get up out of debt. You're going to live on less than you make. And voila, there is money in the budget. It's called margin, baby. And now you got the money to be rich. You got to act like rich people. And that's not go spend a bunch of money, moron, because rich people don't go spend a bunch of money. I'm going to go buy a Ferrari. I'm acting like rich people. No, you're acting like a moron. That's not, Ferraris aren't rich people. That's the ultra rich. You don't buy a Ferrari if you're a millionaire. That's crazy, you people. You know, I'm going to act rich, I'm going to rip people off. That's just a liberal nonsense. Rich people don't rip people off. They didn't get rich by ripping people off. That's just stupid. Don't be stupid. It makes you look bad. Don't do that. And if you'll get out of debt and you'll invest and you live on less than you make and you have a plan, then you can do the last one. It's the most fun you'll ever have with money. You can be outrageously generous. You need to get up off your assumptions and go do something. It's your turn.
Start working 12 hours a day. Get a second job, get multiple jobs, get side hustles, drive Uber, in addition to your regular job. I was able to do this when I was in my 20s. I spent 2 years working an average of 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And during this time, yeah, it was hard work. I had to make a lot of sacrifices. I didn't go to the movies. I wasn't watching TV. I wasn't out here chasing girls because I knew if I worked that much, I'd make a lot of money. And I ended up making over 100K a year both years, and I saved half my money living in New York, and I was able to allocate that towards my first business that I wanted to start.
What's the best way for me to get wealthy?
Number 1 is to be doing what you're doing now, gather knowledge, be very intentional with your money. Most people just kind of wander along and then wonder what happened. And if you'll just be very intentional, then that will lead you to doing a budget, that will lead you to living on less than you make, that will lead you to generosity, that will lead you to avoiding debt, that will lead you to investing, and those are the keys to building wealth. But no one does that accidentally. No one wins the Super Bowl on accident. It's an intentional act. And so just by asking the question, you've started that process of being intentional. Get rich quick just does not work, statistically. That gradual, over a 10, 12, 15-year period of staying out of debt, living on less than you make, being intentional, doing some things that your friends don't do, not doing a bunch of things your friends do, you know, and that kind of a thing. You have a life, but you're just very smart and wise about it over a period of time. That is how wealth is built.
If you want to be a millionaire, you can do it. But there's a couple things you have to be able to accomplish. Rule number 1, find something you can be good at and then be great at it. Second, you have to know how to sell. Whatever it is you're good at, somebody's going to need that service. Someone's going to need that, whatever it is that you're creating. But you have to be able to sell because you don't want to be in a position where you're dependent on other people. Number 3, be curious and always be learning. Because the one thing that's certain about business is that it changes every single day. And then the fourth thing, when you have that knowledge, and you have that ability to sell, when you know that when you walk into a room, you know your shit better than anybody else in the room, that's when it's time to start a company. Then you can start to control your own destiny.
There are three things everybody wants. Everybody wants to be wealthy, everybody wants to be happy, and everybody wants to be fit. And I think you need the principles that if you absorb these and you work hard over 10 years, you get what you want.
And let's talk about why goal setting is so important. The reason goal setting is important and it's fundamental to your success is because people are forgetful. And your list of tasks shouldn't be seen as a list of chores, but as a list of deliverables in order for you to accomplish your goal. So they are the required ingredients in the recipe to success that you are writing down and that you are following, right? Every single day, your recipe, your ingredients to acquire that product, that end result, you need to be able to write them down.
You know, it's a big commitment to take 4 years and the cost involved and maybe the loans involved and everything. I think depending on what your interests are in life, I don't think it's for everybody. I think it's for a lot of people, but there ought to be a reason you're going. And I didn't really see much reason.
There's nothing like following your passion. I mean, I love what I do, obviously, and I've loved it the whole time I've done it. But the common factor, they're successful. The common factor is they love what they do. You know, and you've got to find that in life. And some people are very lucky in finding it very early. I was dumb luck that my father happened to be in the securities business. So when I would go to his office, there were a lot of books to read, and I got entranced with that. So if you find something that turns you on, my guess is you're going to do very well. And the beauty of it is, in a sense, there's not that much competition. I mean, there are not a lot of people out there that are going to be running faster than you in the race that you elect.
You know, assets put money in your pocket, liabilities take money from your pocket. They count anything of value as an asset. A accounting teacher had said an asset is a noun, like a house. Cash flow is a verb. So to understand if it's an asset or liability, it takes a noun plus verb. So if the cash is flowing out of your pocket, it's a liability. If the cash is flowing into your pocket, asset, verb, it's an asset.
So I say the key to building wealth is not how much you can work. You can't work your way to wealth. You got to invest your way there. And all wealthy people, black, white, Asian, Chinese, they own a whole bunch of shit. The people who aren't wealthy is because they don't own nothing. You only have your money sitting in cash. If your money is just sitting in cash, realistically, you're becoming poorer every day.